What's up, guys? Welcome to Invisible Jiu-Jitsu. Now, we're going to show you a couple things today on how to escape the scarf hold that I've been asked about pretty regularly. Anytime we escape any sort of side control, we have to evaluate what type of side control we're in. Because the biggest mistake that I see in my own academy and when I teach abroad, when I teach at the GLOBETROTTERS camps and different things, is people are applying a correct technique, but they're applying it to the wrong type of scarf hold or the wrong type of side control. And anytime we choose to escape side control, we have to evaluate three different things. Number one, where they have their arms. Number two, where they have their hips turned. And number three, how high their hips are up my body. Okay? So one, where their arms are. In scarf hold, we tend to be talking about modified scarf hold, so it's underhook and controlling my near arm. How their hips are turned, it's scarf hold, so that means their hips are turned towards my body. Three is where people fall down, okay? They can have scarf hold but be low by my hips, or they can be high up in my armpit. And I need to use very different escapes in those situations because what will work for high hips doesn't always work for low hips, and vice versa. And I'm going to show you two escapes now that are singular, okay? We can only do them for low or high, respectively. They don't interchange. And what I see all the time is people trying the escape for high hips when the guy has low hips, or trying to escape for low hips when the guy has high hips. You'll see what I mean. So we're going to start in a high hips type scarf hold. I'm going to show you the escape. So Pep has the high hip scarf hold. Okay, we just turn it. He's dominating my near arm. He has his underhook. As soon as we get to here, I want to punch in my frame. Okay, and remember, don't bring the frame this way. He's going to catch it and he's going to start trying to attack my arm. So I punch my frame in through and I hold his shoulder. Okay, if I can turn his face like that, even better. Okay, now this principle here, I'm using the bottom half of my forearm to frame. That's a good frame. Same principle we talked about in my previous video, which I will link up here in the corner. Once I have my frame, he's going to be dominating my near arm. I need to sit him back down. So my frame wants to sit him down, but even if I just sit up or I rock my legs, I'm going to run into a block. I'm going to run into my own legs. So what I want to do is I want to walk away and create a hole for him to fall into. So I walk away until I feel that I can bridge it. Okay? So when I feel that I can bridge, when I feel I've walked away enough, I turn into him. If he doesn't fall with just the bridge, my walk and staying flat on my back is crucial because that's going to allow me to use my legs too. So if we start here, I frame, and as I walk away, I get to a point where he's almost going, but I can use my legs to help him along the way, okay? So by using my legs, I'm going to be able to tip him over that last 2%. But I have to walk away and I have to stay flat on my back. If I don't stay flat on my back, if as I walk I turn, I can't actually get this leg over his head anymore. I have to be flat so that I can swing this leg and come up on top myself. Okay? So that escape is going to work for high hips. He has to be high up my body because my hips have to be free to be able to swing the legs, to be able to walk away. If he's low, it doesn't work, okay? It doesn't work because he's controlling my hips too well. I need him to be controlling my upper body so that my hips are free. Now the other one is when he is low. When he's low, he's controlling my hips. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to frame a slightly different frame with a collar grip. So when he's low, now I'm going to take a grip by his collar and I'm going to punch it into his neck. Okay? He will drive back into me. My walk away isn't going to work because he'll stay tight here. Okay? This isn't going to work. But what I can do is bridge into him. And as we bridge, push. Okay? Now this is only going to work for a lower side control. Okay? If he's too high, I'm not going to have the right leverage to take him over. But if he sits lower here, now when I bridge, I'm able to knock him backwards, at least enough to get to here, where then I can start coming up, or if he turns his hips, then begin my escaping, because he's given me some space to get back to our guard, okay? If he's too high, and I try this escape, I've got no power in my arm, I've got nowhere to go, I am not going to move him. So this is where we frame and we walk, okay? So for me, the most important thing when we're escaping the scarf hold is to choose the appropriate escape for where his arms are, how his hips are turned, and how high his hips are. How high is the one people mostly get wrong. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. If you did like the video, give a like down below, share it with your friends. Thank you very much to Pep for helping me out. Comment below if you want to see something different. I don't know what to do with my hands in these videos, okay? Let's see you next time.